we would do when we're in secondary school. This particular song, "O Bethlehem of Judea," was probably the most eagerly anticipated and probably best done by us as students back in secondary school. I haven't quite heard a decent one. If not, I'd have loved to have shared with you from the library. But unfortunately, the ones I see I've heard haven't been quite particularly great. Anyway, hopefully we'll find something that suits your needs as we go on. Once again, it is a Merry Christmas from me to you. But for now, let's get to our final conversation. It's a very big one. You see, during this period, right, there's been the notion of really big events being the hallmark of Christmas. Now, for the West and particularly North America, it's the period of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving wasn't a week, I think a week or two ago, towards the end of November. So you have Halloween, Thanksgiving, just about the same period. It's a pretty big holiday, where you sit down, you gather, you give thanks for what God has done. Although I feel like nitpicking, but this is not the conversation. I don't want to be the conspiracy theorist. Anyway, so there's a lot to celebrate. Now, here in Nigeria, people who really want to get a large audience for their wedding usually schedule it during December because, man, it's big. Everybody's coming around, particularly when you go to the village. Oh my goodness. There are going to be weddings this period. Whether or not, inflation has hit 28%, or sorry, what am I saying, 30-something percent, whether or not, but that's not the point. The point here is, if you paid attention to the news, right, the CBN had warned that it would penalize deposit money banks found supporting the hawking of Naira notes. Now, in a circular dated on the 13th of November last month, signed by the acting director of currency operations, Mohammed Olayemi, and released to the public, the CBN warned the DMBs against cash hoarding and diversion, emphasizing that such actions could attract stiff penalties. Now, I know that during weddings, Nigerians love to spray money. Mint in particular. In fact, it was this same mint that got Mr. Idris into trouble, aka Bobrisky, because he was found, insulting the Naira, carrying on activities unbecoming of a student. My mind was in secondary school, of a good citizen of Nigeria. But you see, this collusion is not new. I've been to a lot of weddings. I'm sure some of you have. I've been to a lot of birthday parties. Some of you have. I've also been to a lot of funerals, like some of you have. And I have found certain vendors who were hawking the Naira notes, particularly the mint notes. As a young child at Ogbunagbali Junction, right? There used to be those people when taxis used to be on the side of the road, right? When you are going to Waja, when you're going to Transabadi, and then when you are going to OGR, just at that junction where you now have the bridge, the flyover rather, right? There used to be some girls, young girls those days, that would sit down with umbrellas the same way that you now have, POS attendants dotting the skyline and indeed the street line of all the major cities in Nigeria, if not West Africa. And the taxi drivers will go there those days and then they will buy 10 naira or 5 naira for change. So the taxi drivers will give them 100 naira. They will now give the taxi drivers 90 naira or 95 naira worth of change. So 5 naira, 10 naira, they'll wrap it up. They'll give them your 100 naira notes back then, or you would give them 50s or 20s, and then they'll give you 10 naira and 5 naira. Once again, so that no one accuses Jude of making a tall tale. Please, when you call in, if you saw that, what I just said at Obunabali, let's say in the early 2000s, where still small children running around in boxers, right? Please call in so that I will not be accused of telling tall tales, right? They used to sell the note. That was basically buying and selling. The CBN has obviously known about this because back then there was a report and then they warned people and then some people were even arrested. The CBN back then charged the taxi drivers, if you need smaller denominations, there is a bank in front of you. There are banks all over. Go there and drop your large notes and ask for smaller bills. Simple. But the argument also be, we don't get time. All right. But now we have gotten to this point where your occasion doesn't make sense if you're not spraying mint Naira notes. It has to be mint. Oh, what I mean by mint for our international audience, brand new notes. But here's the problem. Now that people are now more aware that you could go to jail for spraying the money, some people have obviously decided to be creative. You now go for weddings and stuff like that. They print their own fake notes, right? They'll put the, what do they call it? Note-looking paper. Let me call it that way. Note-looking paper. They print the couple's picture and put some figures, and then you can now come and spray there because it's obviously not money. But you pay for that. At the entrance, somebody say, you can buy, our couple's notes and spray them. They know the value. You exchange your Naira, and that makes sense. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not just the buying and spraying that's the problem now. People are now buying, from what I gather, people are now in cahoots with some of these bank operatives to buy the new Naira notes. And they give it to their husbands and their wives to celebrate their birthday. Mint notes. You make a bouquet of mint 200 Naira notes. They fold it nicely. Happy birthday, love. 200,000 Naira. 500,000 Naira. Look, we like money. I like money. Let's not kid ourselves. But what exactly is the craze for new notes and how can it be addressed? Because honestly speaking, we as a people, as a nation, should not continue like this in perpetuity. Now, there is a very obvious business of buying brand new notes. How do I address this craze?
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
Hello, Port Harcourt. With Jude on 92.3 Nigeriainfo.
So numbers to call 017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003, at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you'll find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH. WhatsApp and Telegram available on 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. As always, please do well, turn down the volume of your radio set, right? Refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments. Didn't see or hear, please make no mention of it. Oh, there, that was a drop call scenario. Oh, by the way, please do not call the WhatsApp line. Someone is calling the WhatsApp line right now. If you know your number ends at 286, please, if you want to speak to us, we would like you to use the number 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003. All right, 0817 923 0002, 0817-923-0003. Okay, another one. WhatsApp. Let's get to read those messages on WhatsApp. This one here says, hi, G, good morning. I don't even know how we can stop this because even me, I like to hold new money. I want to be able to spray it because it feels good. I think it's just a delusion that has come through maybe from our movies has made people think if you don't have new money, you are not very well off. If you don't have new money, that means you don't really have money. Okay. I can see why that's a problem. But whether you have the new money or the old notes or you have the wrong put, once again, it's not about having the newly designed Naira notes. No, it's about having the notes in pristine order. You know, like it says, we tear them. They're sharp, standard. I hear people talking about how, if they go to the village and there's a wedding, there's an occasion, and your occasion doesn't attract people who can spray money, you have not arrived. So how then? Because once again, following the interesting things that happened to Bobrisky this year and several other people, the question has to be, so what exactly do we need to do to address this urge? There's a craze. There's a serious craze that some Nigerians have about spraying new money. This is how we do. It's not just us. Even our cousins in America, I see them doing like this. You cannot do like this. That means you have not landed. Kelly says, Jude, good morning. Who no like better thing? That's the reason why we're all struggling to get money. Not just money, but that mean. That mean shows that you have the right connections to be and make things happen. It's not just about spraying, Jude. It is about connections. That you know someone who knows somebody that can get you the new notes. That's the real issue, Kelly says. So the mint is about connections. You know someone who knows somebody that can get you new notes. And so when you now, floss it, your network is high. You're a big boy, apparently. So Kelly, let's agree that this is the case. How do we address it? Because I don't know about you, but the little I have heard from, other people, there's not a lot of craze, particularly in Europe, about, this is a new €5 notes. People are not particular, as long as the money is there, it's legit. Is it valued? Is it original? They use it. Even the $1 bill that Americans like to spray when they get to the clubs, when they get to the bar, right? It doesn't have to be mints. Even when they're walking on the street and you bring out your wallet, they're not crazy about having mints. So what exactly is the Nigerian? I don't know if Ghanaians, people have that same challenge. I don't know. What exactly is the challenge that Nigerians have with owning? You see, it's so bad. It's so bad that for a long time, when I would get to see a new 100 Naira note, I would save it. I would keep it. In fact, I kept it until I was moving houses. When I was looking for money to pay taxes, I said, you get one place where I keep money on that book. I brought almost 2,000, maybe 6,000. Well, yeah, between 2,000 and 6,000 naira. I would say about 5,000 naira worth of 100 Naira notes because they were mint. What am I saving it for, please? What was I saving it for? Did I not spend it? I spent it. So why exactly was I hoarding it? I don't know to know. In fact, that's why I'm actually what exactly is the craze for mint, for new currency Naira notes? Why do we have it? Where did this spirit come from? How can we address it? Because I wouldn't want to go to prison. Fortunately, I don't spray money. I don't have the kind of money that people have to be spraying money everywhere. But even if I did, I shouldn't. Because the law says so. views on the subject matter for this morning. It's all about the craze for mint notes, brand new notes in this country. We call them chassis. Yeah, have you heard of that? China, we want them. The question is, what exactly is the craze that has led to a business of sorts? Not even of sorts, it's become a business. Now, I read earlier, and for those of you just joining us, Punch newspaper, and it was also in our news as well, that the CBN had warned banks, that's deposit banks, that's your regular banks that you go and put your money in, all right, that they should not hoard, they should not divert cash, particularly mint notes. Any bank who's found doing that, because people complain of cash scarcity, will pay a fine in the millions. But the thing about this fine or this business is it's been going on for years. And I'm talking about decades in one form or the other. But this particular form that we're experiencing now begs the question, why? Why are so many Nigerians all up in arms, in a manner of speaking, to get mint notes, to get newly minted notes? It's not about the new design notes, but you could be the old notes, like the old 29, as long as it is still chassis, as long as it's still new. They want it. They want it so badly that people pay some tellers, some bank officials, to get those notes. People pay at weddings, at funerals, at birthday parties, at events, so that they can be seen with the notes. Now, sometimes I take a bus or something, and then I have the new notes in my back pocket, and I'm giving it. As soon as the man sees the new note, guess what he does? He takes it and puts it in one corner. Then he looks for the very drab notes and gives to me. I'm like, fine, it's no problem. I have paid you value, and you've given value to me. No problem. But how can this craze be addressed is my big question. Because, like I said, we cannot or shouldn't be going on like this in perpetuity. Only looking for new notes. If you don't come to an event with a new note, you haven't come at all.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
017-923-0002, 017-923-0003. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. WhatsApp is 0809 030 6416, 0809 030 6416. Ebere is on the line, and let's get to talk to Ebere this morning. Ebere is speaking to us from Rumomasi. Ebere, good morning to you.
Oh, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
God bless you, sir. Well, for me, the idea for the craze of money is our citizen cultural, our attitude as a people. The Nigerian man is, once he sees money, once he sees especially shining money, there is a kind of attraction. So people use it to attract others.
So if you don't have new money, you won't attract others. You will not be attractive.
Yes. In short, so you can give somebody 10,000 naira, 100,000 naira through a transfer. It will not make the person will not feel. But once you come out like holding 5,000 naira, everybody's attracted to. Everybody's looking around. What they call eye the chook.
So how do we change that idea? Because all of us cannot have, even in America, they don't have new notes every day.
That I'm saying is our culture, us as a people, it's a artisanal problem. Our people around this side, our eye they choose for currency, for cash. If you hold money now, you can influence your neighbor. If you hold money now, you can influence people, you can influence men, you can influence women.
Oh.
So I don't know why it is not affecting people like that abroad. But once you bring 10,000 and just come out, you see people be looking at you as if you are holding something. So it's a cultural something. So it's the people's problem.
It's the people's problem.
The only thing that will change it is what you are doing now, educating people, letting them know that the one that is transferred to you is equal to the one that you are holding in the hand. Whether it is shining or not shining, it doesn't change anything. So it's just like what you are doing now. People should keep the train, telling them no. Don't get to make I know the truth for money, whether it is shining or not. If person give you 1,000 naira shining and the one not shining, it's the
same thing.
And be willing to spend it. Some people, when they hold that shine, they don't want to spend it. They are just holding it in their pocket there like that. They don't want to spend it so that they will use it to influence others. So that's my own opinion.
Ebere, thank you very much. So they used to influence others with new minted notes. It's fascinating. It's interesting. Ebere says you use it to influence others. If you just carry 10,000 naira. You know what? I should try that. I've never really done that before. I've never had, I've held, that bundle, right, of new notes, but I've never brought it out and say, I want to now start sharing or I want to start buying something. See, I will try it out. I'll see. I'll see if I'm looked at differently. What's up, Jude? Good day. The challenge is that of our mentality, and most importantly, Nigeria as a country has no identity to be sincere. Because if we do everything that represents us as a nation, it ought to be valued. Not until we have people who have a well-planned system before coming into a leadership position. We go see the ordinary things when not to get meaning as amazing, right? Carrying new notes, it now becomes amazing. John, speaking to us from mile 3. John, good morning to you.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning.
Jude, did you not hear that Dangote came out to tell us that they told him he has money, To him, he does not have money until he went to the bank to withdraw a certain amount of money, huge amount of money, and took it home.
I remember that interview.
He returned the money to the bank. Did you not hear it?
Yeah, I remember that interview.
So even if, as I am now, most times I look at the money in my account, I'll say, this money. You go to the bank, the money in my account, I can never withdraw it, half of it in the bank. Bank will not see the money.
But John, John, wait. The real question is, what is our craze with mint? New money. Why are we so keen on getting new notes?
Jude, the new money. We are all of us. We have to do anything innovation. Everybody wants to be used to it. Wants to get appreciated with it. And with the experience we had in the Mayfair time, I think this time last year or 2 years ago, even me, I am very careful with the kind of old note I pick now. Because I don't know one day I wake up in the morning and they'll tell me that note.
No. John, don't worry. That rumor has been shoveled. That's not really conversation. Whether it's the new
notes available for everybody.
No, that's the thing. I'm seeing more of the new notes. But the question is, whether it's the old note, even those days, let's say 5 years ago, people still wanted to have mint chassis. Why are we so keen on spraying chassis money? What is wrong?
Go carry chassis now. This I give you chassis car at Tokumbo. Which one you go carry?
With the car not carry him to my house?
It will not. Okay, if I give you chassis at Tokumbo, which one will you take?
You see the answer to my question.
You have the choice. To pick Tokumbo and chassis.
Hello, John.
And with you?
Yes. So I said the car will carry me home, whether it's the chassis or Tokumbo. It will carry me home. The new note, I will see it to buy bole, the same price. If I give the woman 1,000 naira new note, she will not give me extra fish or extra pepper inside my bole and fish. It's still the same. So why are we so crazy about getting that new mint note? Whether it's the old design or the new design, why? What exactly is the problem?
The problem is I just make an illustration. If the expert took Toyota Corolla, new one at Tokumbo, I say do one with nylon and the other one without nylon, which one will you take?
I'm likely to take the one that looks good though. Likely. So if both of them look good now, confusion.
You know, it comes with a lot of fizzy and
a fizzy.
Everybody knows that for instance, if December period you want to travel home, I think you should go home with new note. No, so that your village people know that you are not in their level.
So I'm not dragging level with my villagers now. That's the problem.
Now wait till you fight to hear that. I don't tell you.
It's not, John says it's people fight. 92.3. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, please. Good morning.
My name is Udo Ugoji. I'm calling from Akabuka.
Welcome, Udo. Please, can you turn off your radio set or step away from the radio, please?
Okay.
All right. Udo, go on.
My contribution is this. For me, people are crazy about new mint. I think it depends on their level of consciousness.
Okay.
Yes. Because some of them are not matured in thinking. Because what 1,000 naira new mint will buy you is what the old one will still buy you. So it makes no sense going crazy about new mint. So it depends on somebody's level of awareness. For me, it doesn't make any difference. Thank you.
All right, Udo, thank you very much. Tony's on the line. Tony, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, dude.
Good morning, Tony.
Well, mint money, back from time, has been a source of a pride to Nigerians.
Source of pride.
Another thing, he uses it to influence people, but it is based on the kind of people that are surrounding you. Because our knowledge about mint money is that once you have it, you have a life. And those days, by the time we say one, we want to go and save it. In fact, there's one that happened to me that this 15 naira money. There was a mint one, about 5 of them, as I kept. And after some time, when it was changed, I found out that it has no value again.
Oh, Pele.
So that one entered a very, very hard one for me. So now,
Tony. Oh dear. Lebari, final caller. Good morning from Bori.
Yeah, good morning, my brilliant brother, Jude.
Good morning. Welcome, please.
You see, the problem we are having with this topic introduced is our central bank. The question is, why is it that our central bank are not be giving people or introducing these means as a mean of payment to other commercial banks in much quantity? Because people are seeing these means, it's like a new year. It's like a new cloth. It does not come every day. That is why they attach so much importance to it. Because I could imagine, the other day I ran out of cash. I dashed to Rumukushi, and they were telling me for me to have 20,000 naira. They will give me 14,000 naira. Then take 7,000 naira just for the fact that it is mint.
Oh, inside a bank.
And there is no. Hello?
Was this inside a bank?
No, I say I don't run to POS.
Okay.
Johnson. Go there now. They were telling me you want to get mint. It's 7,000 for 20,000. The normal 31, maybe it's like you pay 1,000 now, all those stuff. And I said, please, can you give me the 31? The problem I found out is that our banks, okay, all these people that are maybe dispensing the new mints on the road to the commercial bank or central bank, do they go after them? Where do they get the money from? That we, the customer, we cannot even get it from our commercial bank. Since they are not be issuing mint to their customers, because if they do, I don't think this things, whether somebody will say, yeah, I want to say I've arrived, I want to let my community know that I'm coming from township. We have not arrived. Go to our villages. Do you see this meat around there? Answer is no.
Okay. Answer is no. So it's a sign that you've arrived. It's a sign that you have made it in life when you have meat. It's a false impression, if you ask me. But hey, what do I know? As always, thank you for joining us. Follow Omamigbe Jude on X and on Facebook. Jude Omamigbe. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful time. All right, Sunnyside comes up right after the news.
The show continues after this break on Nigeriainfo.